Oh, you guys, we got the clap. It's Friday. We've got the Friday shirt on. And it's Friday. I'm going to make this a really quick video for you. I promise. Even though I always say that. I've talked about this a few times before in different videos, like on different topics. But I thought I'd make a short one here today about why it's so important for you to just get out of your comfort zone. I'm going to talk about a few things here. One might be obvious, right? Which would be basically what you're doing all the time, like the habits that you've been doing and acting on, your daily personality, right? I mean, you've created this personality because of the things that you keep doing, right? Which means that if you stop doing some of those things, you'll start to change. And you could change in a way where the habits are, let's say, destructive to you. And you can also change in a way where habits are constructive for you, right? So that's a little bit of an aside, but it's important because if you want to get out of your comfort zone, you need to start building more constructive habits for your life. If you always go to work, maybe you go to the gym, hopefully you go to the gym. Let's just say you're like a lot of people, unfortunately, it's like they just go to the work and they go home and basically all they do is work, eat, sleep, and maybe they watch like some Netflix or something. Well, obviously somewhere in there you need to start adding better habits, right? Like reading, socializing more, to start creating more opportunities for your life, because opportunities are literally all around you. You're just creating resistance to them, whether that's literally by not going out or allowing your anxiety to control you when you're out, or your mindset, right? Like you might be creating resistance around money, for example, because you have limiting money beliefs and you don't realize that literally, like, money is abundant. It's all over the place. There's tons of opportunities to make money, whether it's in person or making an online business or just loads of different ways that you can do this. So you'll realize eventually that it all comes down to you and how you're limiting yourself. Like, for some reason you think you can't. Again, and I've talked about this before, it's really arrogant to think that you're some kind of special snowflake, like the special snowflake that can't make money in one of these ways when there's so many people doing it already. It all comes down to you and your mindset, which is why you need to get out of your comfort zone. Have some kind of social adventure, like once a week, right? Like get out, go meet some people. Anything, go on a walk, go to the beach, start saying hi to people, right? I used to be the kind of person who would always look down or to the side when someone would pass by, and it was because like I had some kind of like anxiety holding me back, and then I just developed the habit of creating a more like fixing my posture, right? Like pretending there's a string on the top of my head, pulling it up, string on my chest, pulling it up, shoulders back. It's funny because for a while I was doing it wrong, like shoulders like awkwardly back when I was younger. But just fix the posture, roll the shoulders back a little bit, and then decide that you're not going to look down when these things happen. You can maybe look to the side, but always try to smile, create a more warm expression, you know. And you don't have to say hi to everybody, but just having a nicer expression, people are going to start saying hi to you, and you're going to start striking up more conversations. And some of them might not go anywhere. Some of them actually might evolve into something cool. Not always an opportunity, but maybe like a cool relationship, which is an opportunity. And the biggest one, I mean, the reason that I'm talking about socializing so much is because we thrive on socializing and community as humans, right? And people try to do all this like monk mode BS, like focus on yourself, king. Like they're so cool for being able to be like a lone wolf. And let me just go ahead and say this, by the way, like that's not cool. You're not cool for like being a lone wolf, and you're not cool for being like hyper social, like all you're doing is socializing all the time either. You have to find a balance, right? So it's just like it's crazy to think that you're gonna do everything alone, and sometimes it does benefit you. Like a side note to that, right, is that it's important for you to develop the ability to love yourself and be comfortable being alone. There's a huge difference between that, being comfortable being alone, and then being able to actually utilize that to your advantage, but also creating. It's like you schedule in things like work, right? Like it sounds funny, it's hilarious actually, but also scheduling in time to socialize or to go out, like take a walk, go to the beach, go to some kind of social event, so you can get out of your comfort zone there. And that's the biggest one, I think, right? I mean, there's so many other ways, right? Like you're getting out of your comfort zone. Socializing is really, really, I would say, the biggest one in all aspects, like networking for business, relationships, friendships, dating, you name it. Like that's truthfully how you're going to start to feel abundant and support yourself financially, right? And start to help others as well, because you're learning from other people. Never forget that. Never forget that, because that's where the growth comes from. And you choose what aspects you want to utilize to create your best self, basically, right? I mean, it's almost like like an artist, right? They take from different artists first, they learn their songs, and then they start writing their own songs, and it sounds like a bit of a mix of all of them. I mean, that's what happens to you as a person. Your different influences, and so sometimes you have to make sure, like, oh, this was actually not maybe the most positive influence for me, so let me rewire some of those beliefs or get rid of some of those people, right? And then make sure to rewire in better beliefs, and then bring better people into your circle so you can level up. And I mean, I don't really need to say much else. I mean, the socializing is really the biggest thing here. And of course, like, get out of your comfort zone. Like, go talk to the person, go talk to the girl, go create an opportunity for, like, business or something like that. Go help somebody, go do one more rep in the gym, one more set. Ask somebody, like a random, like a new person, like a question, right, that might create a relationship with them. Learn a new hobby that doesn't, I mean, you could get paid for it in the future, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Or learn a hobby just for you, that's literally just for fun, to be at play, right? Like, whether you've always wanted to pick up an instrument or pick it back up, or some kind of sport, or activity, just anything that can bring you back to being creative, right? And getting out of your comfort zone, whether it's fitness related or, I mean, I talk about these things all the time, right? So you probably get the idea, like, fitness, business, relationships, your health, just overall, right? Because these things will all really help you become the person that you really want to be. So the moral of the story is that none of your growth lies in your comfort zone, which means your daily habits, which means what you keep doing. And if you're avoiding things, it's probably the things that you need to be doing, right? That will cause you to grow way faster. So stop avoiding them and lean in. Lean into the uncomfort zone and watch how much you grow. I promise this will help. You got this, bro.